And bills to ban the sale of new assault weapons in Virginia have cleared a major hurdle, effectively guaranteeing a trip to Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk. Democrats in both the House and Senate approved bills that would ban the sale of assault weapons manufactured after July 1st. The companion bills will likely land on Governor Youngkin's desk sometime this week, but will he sign them? The governor has previously said that he already believes Virginia has some of the toughest gun laws in the country.
As much as Youngkin tries to suggest he's an outsider, he has hewed pretty close to traditional conservative principles and has kind of defended the things that the party believes in. So this doesn't seem like an area or a time when the governor would go out of his way to be bipartisan or embrace some kind of Democratic priority.
Political analysts say with Youngkin unable to serve more than one consecutive term as governor, he'll need to think about his political future when considering any potential gun control measures. Speaking of weapons, the Supreme Court heard a challenge Wednesday to a ban on so-called bump stocks. Those gun accessories allow semi-automatic weapons to fire rapidly like machine guns. After one was used in the 2017 Las Vegas massacre, a ban was implemented under then-President Trump, but a gun shop owner from Texas says the Trump administration didn't follow federal law.
That's ultimately a decision for Congress to make.
A decision by the court is expected this summer. The White House is working to make communities safer. Several of the nation's police chiefs met with President Biden to talk about ways to fight crime. WFXR's Rashad Hudson has the details.
President Biden is calling on Congress to invest $37 billion to support local law enforcement and crime prevention.
As president, public safety and crime reduction is a top priority for my administration and for me.
The call comes after a meeting with big city police chiefs Wednesday.
My administration is going to choose progress over politics, and communities across the country are safer as a result of that.
Kevin Bethel of Philadelphia is one of the handful of the nation's police chiefs who met with the president.
It was a really good meeting.
Although Bethel says crime is down, he's calling on the federal government to help get illegal guns off the street.
I think it's two prongs. It's not just us getting illegal guns off the street, it's the community now telling people to stop carrying the guns.
Johnny Jennings, the police chief of Charlotte, says his department is tackling mental health and juvenile crime.
We really have to get something where we can intervene at an early age.
President Biden is pointing to resources his administration has already provided to local law enforcement as one way to battle crime. Former President Trump, the likely Republican nominee in November's election, has cast Democrat-run cities as havens for crime and lawlessness.
Our country is being destroyed, and the only thing standing between you and its obliteration is me.
Crime is likely to be an issue for voters in November when casting their ballots. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.